Hey, it's Howard from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. And as you can imagine, I love to cook. But just like you, there are those times when I don't have time to cook from scratch. That's why I rely on frozen meals. After all, I've always been a big fan of the convenience that frozen food have to offer. And these days, their variety and their taste are amazing. So I thought it'd be fun to see how frozen meals are made. So I went to visit the Nestlé Test Kitchens and production facility outside of Cleveland. You know, those are the folks behind Stouffer's, Lean Cuisine, Hot Pockets, and so much more. Let me tell you, this place was incredible. I was met by their corporate chef, Lucien Vendome, who gave me a quick tour before we sat down to chat.
I think the American consumer really inspires us. When you see what the American consumer is eating out there, it inspires you to deliver on what they need.
We're making our food the same way you would make it if you had the time to do it. We use great ingredients. We have people who have been trained to perfect those recipes, to make them with care, and then we are freezing them so that captures all of the nutrition and the great taste, and it keeps it ready for you until you're ready to make that meal at home. So we make great food and then we freeze it. It's that simple.
But is it really that simple? Imagine making millions of meals at a time and each one always comes out perfectly. Nutritionist Chavanne Hanson says that there's a lot of thought and planning that goes into making frozen food that tastes good and is also good for you.
I think consumers feel oftentimes that frozen food is an unhealthy way to eat. So many people think that frozen food is very high in sodium, but the reality is the freezing process actually keeps nutritious food nutritious, and you don't have to add a lot of sodium or preservatives.
When working with your chefs, how important is the nutritional aspect of that meal development?
I want consumers to know how passionate we are about creating the best tasting, most nutritious frozen prepared meals. We take great pride in using high quality ingredients, making sure that they're extremely nutritious and they taste great.
The benefit to the consumer when they eat a frozen food, let's say our product, a frozen food product, is that I give them the perfect quality, the perfect portion, the perfect nutritionals, and very convenient, all of it in one. Our commitment to quality, really, it goes from the farmer. We work with the farmer before they plant it, all the way up until it comes to our big kitchen. That's the big important thing. So I think if you start with great ingredient, you will have a great taste.
Sourcing our ingredients for our big kitchens is similar to grocery shopping that we do at home. We're looking for the freshest ingredients with the best nutrients and color.
When we're shopping for ingredients, we do the same thing that you would do when you go to a supermarket. We're trying to make sure that we have the ripe tomatoes, that the broccoli is fresh and green, that the semolina is, of the grade that we need it. So those are all the same things that I would consider if I were going to the grocery store. I'm sure it's what you consider when you're going as well.
So at the end of the day, what it comes down to is that the frozen meals we buy in our supermarket are made the same way we would make them at home if we only have the time, but only on a much larger scale.
It's just real food frozen.
It's real food frozen.
I hope you had as much fun as I did when we went behind the scenes to learn how frozen food is made. Bottom line, it's simply real food frozen. And, ooh, it's so good.